Oh God, please make it stop. Please make it stop. Oh, I hate this system so goddamn much. But this is what I've been doing off screen the entirety of the time. As you can clearly see, I was trying to get myself up to a good enough level so that we could trek into Finn without any problems. But yeah, this is what I've been doing for 1 whole hour. And what do I get for my troubles, you may ask? I barely managed to move the goddamn needle. Barely! Not with Firion, at least. Oh, look, Maria's out of the twos. Yay! I barely was able to move the damn needle with all these guys. Gus barely got anything. He just got a small boost in agility. What about Minwoo? What did he get? What did Minwoo get? He got higher stamina. Whoop-de-doo. Everything we went through. God damn, I hate this system so much. And it's RNG. Anger aside, welcome to part 2 of Final Fantasy II. And in this episode, before we actually trek out to Salamon, we had to talk to Hilda first in order to get these 2 key words, Dreadnought and Airship. We won't be able to progress the game if we don't get these key words. Learn them and probably ask around with them. And it'll probably come up later, but for now, let's move on to the actual plot. Hey guys, remember that canoe that Minwoo was talking about? You can only do this in shallow waters. Thankfully, the Pixel Remaster actually had to discern what was shallow water and what was actually deep water. And unfortunately for you, you need a boat. And the thing is, you're not... Well, actually, no, you don't really need a boat. You can just simply go up north. I mean, it's sort of in a closed-off area, and then again, it would be in a closed-off area with high encounters. But the game wants you to come here to Palom in order to talk to Cid. And there's a reason why I have Maria as the leader as opposed to Firion. Certain dialogue from certain people will actually react to certain characters. Maria, on the other hand, will end up being hit on by every single pirate in the goddamn area. Or at least one of them anyway. Meanwhile, folks, don't even bother trying to buy weapons from Palom. I thought there was a treasure chest in there. I really did. No, the thing you might want to buy from Palom, definitely want to buy, is actually the magic here. Now, if I remember correctly, there would be a magic... I don't want to go here. I don't want to go here. No. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. The item shop is still the same, and elixirs are still out the ass expensive. Where do you think you're going? Go back in there. Get back in there. Cid is up north. There's our defenses. We won't need to worry about that because... Let's see. What does he have here? Oh, copper cuirasses. Okay, we could actually spend some money on that. And bronze helmets too. Okay. I think we could actually use that. Definitely. It may hurt our agility in the long run, but at the exact same time, might as well, because, see, here's the thing. You want to equip the 3 people you have for the time being. And the reason for that is you have guest characters. I didn't harp on this because I know somebody's probably bamming their heads wondering, why didn't you talk about the guest characters? I'm talking about them now. Guest characters are only around for certain points in the story. And when they reach that point of either where they're going to leave or certain people meeting their permanent doom, well, it's going to come to the point that whatever you gave that character is gone for good. So don't even waste your time. And, you know what? I should just give him a broadsword, since I I actually won that. Let me give him a leather cap, why not? Or better yet, no, I'm not. That would up the magical interference, and Minwoo does not need any magical interference for right now. Minwoo is going to be our go-to healer for the time being. And I already got Cure. I could get Blink, Protect, and Shell. Definitely come back and get these. They're pretty good tomes, and they will definitely work later on. Okay, sort of. I think Blink is kind of busted in this game, and so too is Protected Shell. But still get them anyway, because they'll only get better once you use them multiple times. Now then, as for Sid, I think Sid's higher in the area. Oh, yeah, this is the guy I was talking about. So you're going to have to pay the pirate 32 gil. And you're going to end up sailing to Poft. Poft is actually a pretty long way from where we need to go. It's probably the opposite end. Come on. Oh wait, I actually bought the ship. Never mind. Once we get into the ship's going to automatically take us to Poft. Which, by the way, we would have been able to go to Salaman without having to do this. But you still have to come to Poft anyway. There is one matter of... And by the way, I went and beat up some enemies so I could get some more money. That's what that jump cut was. Because when you meet up with Sid, you will have to pay an arm, leg, and an eye. So ask for the airship. And by the way, Sid has the airship highlighted, so where if you inadvertently gone to Poft without talking to Hilda, you can, for the most part, talk to Sid and learn the term airship. So, just transport over to Salaman. Hell, you can even go to Semet Falls. You can go practically anywhere in the entirety of the game. I think right now you want to go to Salaman. And as soon as you step outside, the airship will deliver you out of the area. Oh, right. Let's see if there's anything else I can get. Nope, there's nothing else I can get here. I'm pretty sure Poft is the same thing. Let's see. At least I managed to get some upgrades to my sword and shield, and to my bow and arrows, and to everything else. But again, it's going to start getting slow to the point where I'm going to have no choice but to beat up my allies. I already have a Copper Curious. I thought there was something in there, and then there's not. I think the only thing that's changed about Poft is the magic. I think. Yep. Nope. Poft has the same magic as Palom. Yeah, that's the thing. Some of the shops are pretty much the same as the others. They expect you to, again, grind. And so I just went there and got Shell. I know for a fact that once I get off screen, I'm going to be grinding ridiculously amounts of time and giving all of the magic that I bought from Poft, or if I bought it from Poft, I also would have bought it from Salamand, because I'm going to get the magic from Salamand as well. I'll get all that magic, and I will get a lot of money off screen in the process to get it. Specifically, if there's anything you want to get, especially from Salamand, it's life. Because life will not only insta-kill zombies, life will more importantly help you. Because Minwoo can't cover the load. And look, I don't have enough money. I'll fix that problem off screen, unfortunately. Not only do we have Warp, but also Sap, and I think Teleport. That one's actually a useful one, too. And, let's see, I might need to get myself some, some more weapons, actually, some more money for them. And there's nothing else I could get. I skipped over the bronze armor, so there's no need to get it. None whatsoever. So we are pretty much in the clear. We are in the good. All we need to do is go over to the left and talk... Oh, the right. Actually, the right. Sorry. Always plot on the right. And we need to talk to Josef. And you can just, ask and use wild roses. Or I think you're supposed to add... No, yeah. Wild roses and Mythrill is the two things you need to talk to him about. Come on. Yeah, he's pretty much not going into the cave to find Mythrill. There's a reason for that. Now go to... Yeah, we had to talk to him by using the Wild Rose and also the Mythrill. So with that said, we're gonna have to go into the Selman Falls cave in order to rescue everyone that's in the cave. So with that said, I'll see you in a bit. Well, before we head over to Selman Falls, which by the way is our next destination, we need to go down here first, because after all, we might as well discover it on a map. It'll make it easier for us to find. Bask is, in fact, jumping way ahead. We gotta beat Salmon Caves first. And then afterwards, we're gonna have to eventually go back to Altair, give the Mythrill to Hilda, and then come back and deal with Bask. But unlike before, with Finn, there are actually people here. And just like with Finn, you don't want to talk with Empire soldiers. They're going to kick your behind. And for the record, you have Silence, Fear, Esuna, and Basuna here. That's the reason why I'm here. Those particular spells. Oh, and if you haven't gotten a long sword and a longbow and a spear, congratulations, that's here too. And for the record, again, I would not, under any circumstances... Oh, and by the way, the Silver Curious is here too. Definitely come back here for that. That's the only reason why you would stop for Bask, if you want to get the weapons and try to get yourself ready for the Salmon Caves themselves. And I fought a little bit off screen, that's why that junk skip was there. So on that note, let's just head over to Salmon Caves. And there's a reason why I jump cut it. because most of the enemies are on the field around that area, except for this area right here, because, well, the game does not normally tell you where to go. Yeah, we gotta go up to Salmon Falls. But whatever the case, most of the area around that part would normally have vampire girls, because I think around the lower area of Ivalice, that's the name of the kingdom, the lower area of Ivalice has the Cyclone, which is where vampire girls and vampire ladies show up. So now we're here in the Salmon Falls. And now would be a good time to turn on the encounters, because there are enemies here that are all I have not shown. Like, for instance, the Goblin Guard. You aren't going to be able to fight these... Well, you are going to be able to fight these guys on the field. Yeah, they are. They're pretty much near the area of Altair. But they're the stronger version of goblins. And they go down real easily. Just like that. But seriously, everyone needs to start leveling up their weapons too, because we need to get to a higher level than what, level 5 or something? And that is a soldier. By the way, those soldiers that are in not only Basque, but also in Finn, are tougher than that. They're the soldiers on horseback. Oh, right. New enemy! Oh, wait. That is not a new enemy. No. That's the goblin we took on earlier on. And unfortunately, after beating them up multiple times, they are weak. Very weak. To the point where we will... Oh, wait, never mind. Firion leveled. Firion leveled. And there's Sasquatch. And that goes down easily. Hey, what the hell? Minwu leveled? How? He didn't even take any damage. You know what? I'm not even going to ask. Maybe that'll happen with my character. Oh, right. I forgot. I gave Gus a longsword, as well as gave him a battle axe. So, basically speaking, he is carrying 2 weapons. Since he has 2 hands. So that way, he'll end up doing much more. And Minwu still managed to get some stats. That's not really going to help me much. Especially after we're done with Summit Falls. Although I will give credit where credit is due, that water looks so realistic in parallaxing. It's just incredible what they've done with this remake. Instead of having a bland blackboard and some scenery. Excuse me 1 second, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had to, step off for a little bit. But in case people are wondering, yeah, I went back to go get Shell, I went back to go get Protect, and I went back to go get, Blink. And needless to say, those spells may help us out in the long run. But I don't know if they'll help us out now. As you can see, I still got hit. You'd think this would actually raise my, you'd think this would actually raise my evasion, but no, it didn't. Well, at least for the most part, it raised all the spells I just used. So they're now level 2. Hooray! But there are enemies here. Rare ones. Among them being bombs. And I turned off the random encounters because I think I showed off all of them. On this floor anyway. Oh, there's a treasure chest way over there. I turned that off for a reason. Because there's nothing there but high encounters. And at this point in time, we've so far fought everything that's on this floor. We're not going downstairs just yet. We gotta go to that treasure. Oh, right. And if you haven't bought Teleport yet, guess what this game does? Kindly gives you a teleport spell. Not on this floor anyway, but I think it's the next floor down. And just to let you know, folks, teleport is actually a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. It's a good thing because it keeps you from having to, walk all the way around and out of... Oh, right, we got bombs. Well, they're called balloons in this game, but they're bombs. And obviously, they self-destruct. They will do their life force to you as damage. Sometimes they will do massive damage. Other times it'll just do maybe 20, 30. It all depends. And if you were pretty much uneven in level, well, you would have gotten completely... Why did Minwoo level up from that? He didn't even do anything! But as I was saying while I was rudely interrupted by the bombs, if you manage to run into... Oh, actually, we need to just talk to these guys first. Well, specifically Paul. We have to talk to him. Since he was trying to get some credit to try to save all the people that was stranded here in Salaman. However, he got caught himself. I do believe Paul is one of our guest characters for later on, but for right now, he's just here. We just gotta free him. And down there is where the boss is going to be located. At least one of them anyway. There is another one. And I do believe he's in a treasure chest. If there's one thing that Final Fantasy 1 and 2 have a penchant of doing, that is monsters in a box. So, on that note, I think it's this one right here, this door. We need to get to the lower floor. And that is going to be where teleport is going to be. So, let's put on some encounters and see what we run into. Oh, right. These stork things called Swiftfoots, I think. No, I think it is... No, sprinters. That's what they are. Yes, I couldn't see it. Because I went too fast. Sprinters normally would have the ambush and advantage because of their high speed. And sometimes they'll flee. Well, without the help of fear, of course. Other times, they would actually take some damage, and more importantly, those sprinters will actually do hit for 2 hits. 3 hits if you're not careful. But normally these things have higher speed than you. Normally, if I hadn't grinded, that is. And that's the Fire Tome, just in case you did not happen to buy the Fire Tome. Which, by the way, buy the Fire Tome before coming here. At least you'll be given one. I think that was supposed to be for Minwoo, but he has enough spells as it is. I don't need to give him any more. And I gotta be careful though. If I give everyone too many spells, well, I'm gonna have to make my characters forget some, just so that they will be able to, how shall I put it, equip some more. Because again, even though you learn spells from a tome, there's a certain amount of spells that you can learn, and once you reach that limit, that's it. Oh, by the way, that's the monster in the box. This is Land Turtle. And Land Turtle is weak to fire. That's the only reason why they have a fire spell in the box. Otherwise, one good hit with fire, and... I'll actually make that 2 good hits. and it's down for the count. It only had about, like, what, 300 health? No, 200 health, that's right. And that's where we got the teleport tome. Normally, that turtle right there is going to catch you off guard. And when he does, it would normally kick your ass and do a lot of damage, because it has high attack. And physical damage barely does anything to it. Well, we just beat it up. And by the way, that's where the Mythrill is. Let's see if there's anything in this room. No, probably was going to be a high random encounter rate in that room. So, let's go on ahead and confront this soldier and beat him down. So here's our first official boss, the Sergeant. You only face the horsemen that's in, Flynn. Those very horsemen that beat you up at the very first part of the game. But here, you'll end up winning this battle real easily. Because we got the defense and the strength to pretty much end this real quickly. But just in case, I'm going to keep spamming Protect. And there's a reason for that. Yeah, Sergeant hits really hard, in case you're wondering. Yeah, he literally did some damage to Maria. Why did I say Marion? God damn it. So, it doesn't matter. We're going to end this right here, right now. And we just need to sap him of his MP. Just in case he has some magic. But it doesn't matter. He's down and out for the count. And guess what? I'm going to have to grind some more. Because I got to get Firion in the quadruple digits. At least Firion's Protect is now level 2. Hooray. And we got the Mythrill. So now, what was I saying about the teleport spell? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Because I was in the middle of talking about teleport, and it just kind of made me forget my thought because I got into a random encounter. But teleport you could use outside of battle as well as cure. And when you do use teleport, here's why it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because you don't want to get caught in in dungeons and stuff like that and have to go all the way back to the beginning because it's really, really long. However, there's the bad part. Teleport counts as being banished. So therefore, the character that teleported, yeah, they will end up losing just about all of their health and being revived. That's pretty much what that means. Yes, teleport does count as the character who cast it being banished. And yes, you can level up teleport by literally using that on the enemy. Warp does the same thing as well. And I gotta tell you folks, teleport is a pain in the ass to deal with in Final Fantasy II. But the reason why we're here is because of Josef. Oh, I think we were supposed to talk to Josef's daughter. But whatever the case, I went back to Altair to give the Mythrill back to Hilda. And Hilda will talk about the Dreadnought. Well, until we give Hilda the Mythrill. And once we give Hilda the Mythrill, now we gotta go to the blacksmith in order for us to turn that Mythrill into Mythrill weapons, which is purchasable as of now. Thing about that, it's going to mean that your magic is going to take a hit due to the fact that the more potent your equipment is, the higher the magical penalties is going to be. One weapon in particular has a very steep magical penalty, but for some reason it's the most powerful weapon in the game, and that's the Blood Sword. We haven't gotten to that part yet. No, we're just in the beginning right now. Well, not necessarily the beginning, we're at the midway point of the game. So, once we went there and give the Mythrill back to the old man, now we're going to go to that employee right over there, and now we could buy Mythrill Knife, Mythrill Mace, Mythrill Spear, and Mythrill Sword. I'm getting 2 Mythrill Swords, one for Guy, and one for Gus, actually, and one for Firion. Am I going to get a Mythrill weapon for Maria? Probably, and as you could see, Firion's health has depleted. That's going to be a good thing and also a bad thing at the exact same time, because I'm going to be risking death trying to level up Firion and getting him out of the digits, off screen mind you. In the next episode, we're going to have to work towards going to Basque and dealing with that Dreadnought. This is RVMan985. See you guys in part 3.